Our story begins with the early lives of two very important men, Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. Hamilton was raised as an orphan on the Caribbean island of Nevis. He was a very talented writer. His hometown gathered enough funds to send the young Hamilton to pursue his ambitions as a writer in an American school.
Alexander was born in Newark, New Jersey. He fought in the Army during the Revolution and attended the College of New Jersey.
Fast forward a few years, and we are on the brink of one of the most famous elections in history. A run for the presidency by Aaron Burr and Thomas Jefferson in the election of 1800.
Hamilton had a thought on the election and famously wrote in a letter to a Massachusetts congressman his opinion. In a choice of evils, let them take the least. Jefferson is in every view less dangerous than Burr.
Hamilton did not want Burr to win. He spread the word on why Jefferson was the better candidate. This did not sit well with Burr. The election took place and Jefferson won, becoming the third president of the United States. Burr blamed his loss on Hamilton, saying he turned the people's favor to Jefferson. Dark times were ahead of the two.
July 11th, 1804, 4 years after the fateful election of 1800, Hamilton and Burr are meeting on this day to take part in the duel. The men stand a few yards apart. They raise their guns and aim.
In the blast of gunshots, Hamilton fell to the ground, injured, but Burr was fine. Hamilton had purposely aimed too high and missed.
2 days later, and Hamilton is announced dead. It is still unclear how exactly the duel went down. Some speculate that it was merely a show of strength, and that neither meant to kill the other. It's also unclear how Hamilton died, whether by lead poisoning or blood loss. It is still unknown why Hamilton didn't hit Burr, but Burr did hit Hamilton. Some believe they both meant to miss. Eventually, word got out.
Hamilton was brought back to New York into the hospital, but things were looking bleak. A few days later, and Hamilton is pronounced dead. After Hamilton's death, the public was outraged someone so important could be shot and killed. Quickly, people figured out Burr was the culprit.
Years after the duel took place, Burr left us with a quote to remember and a letter to his friend. He finally realized the duel was unnecessary.
Had I read Sterne more and Voltaire less, I should have known the world was wide enough for Hamilton and me. In other words, he learned from reading Sterne's advocacy of tolerating differences of opinion that Voltaire's adamant death before compromise ideology was not the only way to live properly.
It's about what really happened on that day in July. We know about Burr's actions after. Upon winning the duel, Burr went to his home to have a nice and hearty breakfast. Eventually, word got out and Burr was sent to court. On August 2nd, he was found guilty of dueling and murder in both New York and New Jersey. This is because the trial was in New York while the duel was in New Jersey.
He fled to Georgia, where he gained refuge from a friend. Burr was still bitter. He tried to rile up his own army to take down the government, but was put down and charged with treason. He returned to New York, never actually being put in jail. He returned to a normal life and died at the age of 80.
Most famous duels in history, which would be remembered forever. The duel greatly impacted American history, and we lost one of the most beloved founding fathers of the United States.